Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good morning to you all. Today we will start the reliability validity second part. Okay, so previous class I explained to you about validity and reliability. Today we will start with the factors affecting the reliability. So there are five factors. First one is length number of items. That is, you are preparing a tool. The tool should not have more items. Items means each question. So if you have more items in your questionnaire, definitely that will affect the reliability. And next one is discriminating power. So what do you mean by discriminating power? Like partiality, what we can say, rich people, poor people. So in the tool, you should have all the items which are equally developed. Okay. Don't make the items into different extreme. For example, question you are asking for rich people. Do you travel in Audi car? And you don't keep another question for poor people because we have studied all the samples must be homogeneous in nature. Okay, so the discriminating power should not be too high. Next thing is homogeneity and heterogeneity of the sample. Last lecture Shagaj asked the question, homogeneity heterogeneity of sample means what? I told you homogeneity means uniform characteristics of the samples. What about this one, the heterogeneity? Heterogeneity means there is no equal characteristics of the samples in the study. So that you need to consider in your research. And next one is defining categories. I already told you defining categories. Matlab the operational definitions, the concept, everything you must clearly explain. That is about what is that defining categories. Next one is not a fixed entity. So in our research, we must know how much amount of items we can keep. For example, to measure the blood pressure, what we do, we usually have two different methods of measuring blood pressure. One is sphygmomanometer, traditional apparatus. Another one is the digital apparatus. When you have multiple number of scales, when you have more number of this one rating scale or questionnaire, definitely that will affect our reliability. Okay, that is not a fixed entity. So fix how many tools you are going to use in your research. For example, to measure pain, we can have two types of pains. What kind of pain scale we can keep two types of pain scale. One is the verbal, like numerical pain scale. Another one is we can keep the facial expression, Wong Backer's facial expression pain scale. Okay, so that is the fixed entity. We know I'm going to measure BSc nursing students by two assignments. So there is an entity. If I keep on giving assignments, then it is difficult for the students also. It will be difficult for the teacher also to evaluate. Okay, so there must be a fixed entity to measure the variable. Next one, what we are going to see next is the strategies we are going to see how to increase. Now we are going to see the strategies how to increase the reliability. First one is the we want to generally what we want to know means in the strategies the first thing that is you must be a good trainer. You must know how to collect data, how to code the data. Once the data is collected, you want to give coding. For example, coding means what? For the alphabetical data we are giving a numerical values. How we give, for example, I am asking you gender. You can give either answer male or female. So coding means what? You are giving number to male as 1. You are giving coding to the female as number 2. So that is the thing. Next one is more careful concept explication. Already I told you, clearly define the concept before collecting data. Next one is specification of the procedures. You must know how to collect data, where to collect data, what type of data to be collected, the rules and regulation you must follow. Next one is reduce the subjectivity. Subjectivity means what? That is personal opinion. So when you go and collect data for a hypertensive patient who has a history of hypertension, don't judge his blood pressure will be high. So without judgment, okay, you want to collect the data. That is reduce the subjectivity. Now, next, what we are going to see, the next strategies, how to increase the reliability. The next strategies is survey measurement. So, increase the number of items in the scale. I already told you there should not be many items. When you have less number of item also, reliability will be affected. Next one is weeding out bad items from item pool. For example, I have created 100 questions which I want to ask from the sample. So the bad questions, which will be the repeated questions, all those things I want to weed out. Weed out मतलब निकलना, ठीक है? Next one is content analysis and coding. So what do you mean by that? Improve. That is, you want to analyze whether, for example, you are going to teach BSc second year student regarding CPR. So your content, you must be thorough about your content, how to give CPR, what is the indication, contraindication steps. So that is to improve the definition of content strategies. Next one is eliminate bad coders. For example, students give answer. Today I have given you test only 15 questions. For example, if some students not answering to any number of questions, that sample we should not take in consideration for analysis. That is eliminate bad coders. Okay. So now we will see the important thing. What is the types of validity? There are basically three types. One is face validity. Next one is content validity. Third one is criterion validity. Otherwise, it is called as pragmatic validity. This criterion validity we divide into two types. One is concurrent and another one is predictive. So let's start with the first type of validity. The first type of validity, there is another type of validity also. Totally, there are four types of validity. The fourth one is construct validity. So in exam, question will come. So definitely, if this question comes, you all can easily answer. There are four types of validity. So what do you mean by validity? In the previous class, I told us what the tool supposed to measure. For example, I prepared a tool to measure your anxiety. The tool should contains all the items related to measuring anxiety. For example, I am telling to you today I am going to prepare a cake for you all. But if I am preparing, instead of preparing a cake, if I am preparing biscuit, so that is my words are not valid. Like that only the tool should be developed what we want to measure. You want to measure anxiety means put questions related to anxiety only. Don't put the question related to depression. Then the tool is not a valid. So there are four types of validity: face validity, content validity, construct validity, and also we had seen there is another type of validity called criterion validity. Criterion validity also called as pragmatic validity. Okay, today we will try to finish the validity. Now first one is the face validity. Very simple. By seeing one's face, we can able to come to a conclusion whether that person is happy or sad. For example, now you all have hidden your camera. Okay. When I ask you to unhide your, that is when I ask you to open your camera, I can see your face. I can tell this boy is very happy today. This boy is very sad today, or girl is very happy or sad. So by seeing the tool, by seeing the outer layer of the tool, we can come to a conclusion this tool is valid or not valid. For example, I am asking you to submit assignment. You are writing assignment, all the questions you are writing so that the page number will be high. For example, you are writing the assignment simply for namesake. If the normal page limit want to be 25, you are writing for 5 pages. So by seeing that without reading, just seeing outside, I can tell you this assignment is poor, this assignment is good. So that is face validity. That is, experts can tell the tool is valid or not just by seeing the face. Face means the outer, the outer part of the tool. Okay. So this is about face validity. The next one is, now we can say the second type of validity is content validity. For example, I told already very clearly, the content must be adequate. What you are going to do, what you are going to do, that content must be adequate. In the research, you are going to teach second year BSc nursing student regarding CPR. If your contents are not adequate, then your research does not fulfill your objective. So the content validity tells whether the instrument have all the appropriate sample of items. Whether, for example, I am teaching you schizophrenia. So what are the contents you will expect in my lecture? You will expect the definition. You will expect the etiology. You also will look out for the signs and symptom treatment. For example, if I am not teaching some management, if I am not teaching the signs and symptom, so what will happen if I am not going to teach this? Definitely you will say, sir, content is inadequate. Like that, in the research, the tool must have all the important contents. Okay, it should measure both cognitive matlab thinking aspect, emotional aspect. Okay, not emotional, yeah, emotional. Sorry, emotional is affective. Cognitive is judgment. Cognitive is judgment. How a person has the opinion about a product. For example, you buy a mobile phone. So what is your opinion? So today we are saying, don't buy Chinese product, buy only Indian products. So that is the cognitive aspect. So that is a judgment. Affective means your emotional feelings, like your anxiety, stress. These things are, the tool must measure both affective as well as cognitive domains. Okay, an instrument content validity is based on the judgment. So I am going to check your answer. So I must know how to judge your content. Whether this Chinu, for example, Chinu is submitting the assignment, the Chinu content is very good or bad. That I need to judge. So that is comes under content validity. Next one, we are going to see the criterion validity. For example, I have a external criteria. You are submitting assignment or you are submitting the tool. In the tool, if these things are present, I can say this is good tool. You are going to buy a mobile phone. So what you will have a criteria. My mobile phone must have 128 GB megapixel camera, or my mobile should support 5G. So like that, you are having criteria. With that criteria, you are buying a product. Like that only, in the validity, we have a criteria. So your tool must fulfill that criteria. If all the criteria fulfilled by your tool, then we can say your tool is having good criterion validity. Empirical evidence used to test validity. Empirical evidence. Number, I have 5 criteria. Empirical means numerical. I have 5 criteria. In the 5 criteria, so in the 5 criteria, what I can say, in the 5 criteria, you have fulfilled 4 criteria, then I accept your tool. Out of 5 criteria, you have fulfilled only 1 criteria, means I reject your tool. Okay, so that is criterion validity. Criterion validity determines the relationship between an instrument and the external criteria. External criteria is you fix in your mind. Internal criteria, what the tool is having, what the phone features, that is your instrument. What criteria is in your mind, that is external criteria. Hope you understood about criterion validity. That is, criterion validity is called as pragmatic reality. That is pragmatic validity. The fourth one is the criterion validity, two types. One is concurrent validity. Concurrent matlab present. At present, for example, in India, what is the need at present? We want to overcome this COVID-19 situation. So the tool must be useful for at present. That is called concurrent validity. An instrument ability to distinguish individual who differ on a present criteria. So the present criteria at present in third year, how is Sahil Chikara? That is criterion validity. We are not saying how is Sahil Chikara in the first year, how is Sunny behave in the previous class. That we are not saying. We are going to see how the tool is present, whether it will fulfill, it will be useful for the present situation. That is called criterion concurrent validity. Next one is predictive validity. Predictive means we are going to predict your future, Bhavish. We are going to predict, for example, I prepared a tool. With the tool, I am assessing बच्चे है एक बचपन है studying 5th standard. So for that 5th standard student, I developed one personality test. I am giving the personality test to that student who is studying 5th standard. I ask her what I am asking to her. I am checking her personality and I am telling to her mother the personality is so and so like that. So when the 5-year child comes to 25-year-old, he will drink alcohol. During that time, he will have many bad habits. So we are predicting the present situation by keeping what mark you are getting today. We can able to tell after 2 years whether you will get government job or not. So that is called predictive validity. Predictive from the present, we are going to the future. That is predictive validity. The next type of validity is construct validity. Construct validity is very difficult to measure. Analysis of the instrument in terms of construct, how you have developed, that is construct validity. Tools, what are the tools we are using to assess the construct validity? We are using 3 types of techniques. First one is testing of hypothesis. In the research, we are developing hypothesis. So what we are going to do, we are using some statistical calculation and we are going to prove whether that hypothesis is accepted or rejected. That is testing of hypothesis. So we use many calculations like chi-square test, we use t-test, we use ANOVA. So with the help of that test, we are going to prove whether your hypothesis is accepted or rejected. Next one is multi-triad, multi-method matrix method. So for example, we can able to tell this student is having a good character or not by various feedback. I can get feedback from your class coordinator. I can get feedback from your parents. I can get feedback from your peer groups. So like that, multi-tried, multi-method matrix. So we use various methods, more number of tests to confirm the tool is having construct validity or not. Last one is known group techniques. So known group technique is, so we already have some common belief. So with the help of the belief, we say that this is fine. That is known group technique. Now testing of hypothesis, already I told you. So we are using some kind of statistical calculation and we are going to tell that the tool is reliable or unreliable. Okay. So mainly the testing of hypothesis use statistical calculations. Okay. Next one is multi-triad method. I told you, measuring a concept with different methods to yield. For example, I am asking about hemorrhage to your coordinator. She is saying very good. I am asking about hemorrhage to another person. Another person also says good. So then I come to a conclusion. This is hemorrhage is very good person. That is the different methods we use to assess. What are the methods we can use? Survey. I am taking survey about hemorrhage behavior. Next one is I am going to ask vote for hemorrhage, whether good or bad. If many people are voting hemorrhage is good, then I can take he is a good character person. And like that, sometimes we are using signing petition. I ask everyone to give report. feedback about hemorrhage. That is another thing. Okay, writing letters to the editor. Like in the research, we are going to ask what we are going to ask to the editor, whether this tool is adequate or not. Just you are making something and you are asking to me, this is good or bad. Like that only writing letter to the editor. So last one is that in this multi-matrix divergent value. Divergent means what? Different. Measuring a concept to discriminate that concept from other closely related concept. For example, we have father and mother. So maternalism, paternalism. So both are very important to us. We want mother and father equally importance we are giving for both. But inside there is a difference. So with the multi-trade, multi-method, matrix method, what we are going to find out. So what is the difference present in the variables which is very similar. So hope you understood. The father, mother, both love the children much, but there is a difference. Mother will not, father will not become a mother. Mother's love is more high than the father's love. Okay, because the mother has kept you in her uterus. Okay, for 10 months. So such a we are in the tool. What is the difference present? Two tools I am using. For example, depression scale. Depression scale, many scales are present. So I am using two depression scale. One is adult depression scale. Another one is geriatric depression scale. Depression hai, but depression in adult is different. Depression in old age person is different. So to identify difference between the similar concept, we use this discriminant validity. Otherwise, it is called divergent validity. Next one is no group technique. The instrument is administered to group of expected to differ on a critical attribute because of some known factor. What it mean by means, I developed a tool. I am giving the tool to different groups. Like, for example, I am giving the tool to nursing profession. I am giving the tool to other healthcare professionals. I asked them to validate the tool. So by that we can identify the tool is valid or not. Example, validating a measure of fear of the labor experience. We can contrast the score of primipara and multipara. You tell me better. Primipara means those who are going to give birth for first time. Multipara means those who have given birth for more than one time. Who will have fear ज़्यादा? किसको fear ज़्यादा है? Primipara or multipara? Labor time में किसको fear ज़्यादा है? Fear will be more for primipara because first time they are sitting in the labor room for delivery. Okay, so we are giving the tool to different group and we are going to identify whether the concept is same or not. Okay, so that type of measurement is called as what is this technique to identify the construct validity, that is called known group technique. This is called known group technique. Okay, so last thing, the reliability we will see in the next class. The final, before completing this, reliability is necessary condition for validity. If it is not reliable, it is not valid. So this conclusion you can write in your answer in the exam. Reliability is very, very important to make the tool valid. But without a reliable, the tool is not valid. Okay, reliability is not a sufficient condition for validity. If it is reliable, it may not necessarily be validity. So what is the meaning? Reliability alone is not necessary to say that the tool is valid. There are some other factors also to say that the tool is valid. The tool is valid. Okay. So this one, the criteria for assessing the quantitative measures, there are three things. One is, which I already told you, efficiency, the tool efficiency, how we can, just a minute, the tool efficiency, how we can say, like the efficiency is denoted by sensitivity and specificity. Sensitivity means ability of the instrument to identify a case. Sensitivity, corona test sensitive, how we say. So we are saying that the tool is going to identify the case. So I think the time is nearing for us. So now we can have discussion. So if you have any question, please you can answer now. Hope you all are in the line.
Yes, sir.
This is questioning session, beta. Please come. Please open your mic and you can ask question.
सर एक बार प्राइमरी पैरास और मल्टी पैरास बता दीजिए.
That is comes under we are going to find out fear किसको ज्यादा है. You tell me, first year student will have ज्यादा fear or fourth year student will have ज्यादा fear regarding exam.
In the first years.
ऐसे labor condition में fear किसको ज्यादा है, primary para और multi para women.
It's a primary paras.
That is why I am telling this example means the tool must measure two different people है ना, primary para, multi para. The measuring concept is same, fear, okay, but the tool will be different. The tool must be able to differentiate primary para fear and multi para fear. So that then we can say the tool is valid.
सर ये कन्वर्जन वैलिडिटी एक बार इसका एग्जांपल बता दो.
Convergent validity, it should be able to identify the difference. Like I told you, na, rich person, poor person. Actually, this one walking, both are walking. Rich people walking for digesting their food. What about the poor people? Poor people are walking for hard work. Both walk will not be different, na? To identify this, we are using the convergent validity in the tool. Today, understand better?
जी sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
सर वो
Still
टेस्ट
reliability.
कब तक सेंड करना है?
क्या बेटा?
जो आपने टेस्ट पेपर भेजा है वो आपको कब तक भेजना है?
बेटा today night 12 बजे automatically it will close. So try to give answer today itself. Tomorrow I will give answer key for you all. Okay, I will send you your mark also, so you can see how much mark you got. Hereafter weekly once there will be multiple choice question test in psychiatric as well as research. Okay.
Okay sir.
Okay, beta. Take rest and tomorrow we will meet with another topic. Enjoy.
Okay sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.